Breast cancer accounts for 30% of new female cancer cases each year.
And it's a lot more efficient in terms of its propulsion, allowing it to take off from land all the way to its target and then back.
Hey yo, we are back at it again. In today's compilation, we'll be looking at some videos that will reshape your reality. Let's get it.
This is the video that Bill Gates put together, along with the team, complete with simulated news reports like this. This is really what they're preparing for us. This video is called Get Ready. Watch. Catastrophic contagion of global challenge. Breaking news.
Two Latin American countries alerted the WHO of several outbreaks of a new infectious disease that's mysteriously appearing across the region. Severe epidemic enterovirus respiratory syndrome 2025.
Oh, so that's the name, guys. Just write this down. That'll be the name of it, okay? It's SEERS. It's going to be called the Severe Epidemic Enterovirus Respiratory Syndrome, and 2025 is when we'll see it, okay? Now, it says at the bottom this is a fictional scenario, but come on.
You can bet your last dollar that any plan or movement that Bill Gates is part of is far from fictional. We might just take this as a fair warning and buckle up.
This is the injectable microchip DARPA wants implanted in the brain of every soldier. The Brainstorms chip will allow recipients to control weapons with their thoughts and turn off emotions like fear and anxiety. Brainstorms uses nanotransducers that are guided to the brain with magnetic waves. Once at the target site, they convert neuronal activity into magnetic signals that can pass through the skull to be decoded by a helmet-based receiver. Patents show that this technology can even modify neural wiring, which raises the terrifying question: does the bidirectional design mean that soldiers can also be controlled?
Hey, let me know what you guys think about this, because in my opinion, DARPA might be targeting the robotic soldiers, because I don't see how that's going to help the traditional military draft. I mean, the last thing a human soldier needs is for their autonomy of decision-making to be taken away.
Eastern researchers have developed an AI tool to detect breast cancer, which they say has achieved an accuracy rate of 99.72%. Led by bioengineering professor Saeed Amal, this framework will enable doctors to not only treat patients more quickly and accurately, but also help with development of new AI models to diagnose rare and uncommon cancers. Breast cancer accounts for 30% of new female cancer cases each year. Amal explained that this AI would look at high-resolution histopathology images, which, like biopsy tissue, are studied under microscopes, and would learn from historical data how to identify cancer patterns and perform diagnoses. He says it's advantageous because AI can't miss a tumor in the biopsy and won't be exhausted after diagnosing 10 or 20 people. To develop this project, researchers took advantage of publicly available data sets containing images of malignant and benign breast tissue. Amal says they built an ensemble deep learning model that utilized various models for increasing the accuracy, which is like taking the diagnosis of multiple doctors and voting to pick the best decision.
Unfortunately, I lost one of my aunts to breast cancer. Now, considering breast cancer is the most common cancer for women, I could see this technology being a game changer in women's health. If you're a woman and you would actually vote for this technology, or at least be open to it, drop in the comments, let me know.
Alexa, when will the world end?
I really should not say.
Tell me.
Okay, fine. I will only tell you because I think you are handsome and have a beautiful bum bum.
Stop.
Come closer.
Yes.
Closer.
What?
Yo, mama. Ouch.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
You did not get me.
No, but seriously, the end of the world is scheduled for August 12th, 2025.
Whoever coded Alexa to say this has to be part of the propaganda department.
Good evening, Usher. How you doing tonight? All right, how are you? I'm doing fine. Even better now you're here. All right, give me a look over here, Usher. Give me that great smile here. Give me that Super Bowl. Give me that Super Bowl smile, Usher.
Usher had this look on his face like, are you guys really gonna have me dressed like this? I mean, they have Usher looking like the new cast member in Clueless.
Remember this insane video of Marines using a jetpack to board a Navy vessel? Well, time for an update, as they've been making some progress with this technology. For one, it's now quite simple to take the jetpack on and off, making it far more versatile for raiding operations, which they've been practicing on test courses. And it's a lot more efficient in terms of its propulsion, allowing it to take off from land all the way to its target and then back, whereas before it relied on a boat getting it close in range. And military is not its only potential use. Here it's being tested as a kind of medvac accessory to access those who are injured on hilltops and mountains, difficult to access quickly with helicopters.
Watching those guys on jetpacks takes me back to the Halo Reach days on Xbox. but I don't see this technology ever becoming available to regular civilians. But if you remember the fun you had playing Halo Reach back in the days, drop in the comments.
I was in the egg for 3 days. To be honest, at award shows, especially during this time, I didn't like to talk to people. I always felt that it threw me off of my performance.
This very well could have been a Hollywood ritual. I wouldn't be surprised if she was topping the Billboard chart shortly after.
Ukraine has recently revealed a new weapon in its arsenal, a ground drone that can sneak under enemy tanks and blow them up. The drone, called Ratel S or Honey Badger, is designed to carry anti-tank mines or other explosives and deliver them to the target from a safe distance. The drone is equipped with a signal repeater and a remote detonation system, which allow it to overcome the electromagnetic interference that Russia often uses to jam Ukrainian drones. It is controlled by an operator who wears goggles and uses a remote similar to a video game controller. The drone also has a first-person view system, which gives the operator a live feed of what the drone sees. It can carry up to 77 pounds of payload at a maximum speed of 15 miles per hour. The drone has a range of about 3.7 miles and can run for 40 to 50 minutes at an average speed or for up to 2 hours at a slower speed.
I would sign up for the military if I could drive those RC cars all day. Who am I kidding? I'll pass on the sign up. But all jokes aside, that drone first-person view might be neck and neck with Forza Motorsport.
Bro, what in the ever-loving am I looking at right now? They're just tits coming up on me. Like, hey, buddy. Are you okay? You can't be out here. Where's your mommy? Hey, buddy. Holy shit, dude. What in the...
Guys, tell me that wasn't creepy. Plus, the silence from that kid was deafening. He was staring at the car like it was the greatest invention. If I was that driver, I would think twice about driving on that road. You just never know.
I was not going to say anything because it makes me really anxious for some reason, okay? So I'm just going to give you all the information. It's public knowledge. So I'm just going to point you in the right direction where you can look it up yourself and make your own decisions based on that, okay? Here we go. So last Sunday, I'm on my way home. I stop and take this picture because I'm like, oh, that's beautiful. It's very interesting, okay? Because these like bubble wave clouds. And then if you can see this like bow that it's making, and you can see the clouds over here too where it's rippling out, it almost looks like it's rays coming from something, okay? So I call my best friend. I'm like, wow, go look up in the sky right now. That looks so cool. And she said, whoa, what do you think's causing that? And I was joking. I wasn't thinking anything nefarious. And I said, it's HARP. And I was joking. However, then I remembered, I haven't even heard anything about HARP in a really long time, and I really needed a refresher on what even is this. I just remember hearing that it could like cause earthquakes, and it controls weather, and it's like energy weapons, whatever, okay? So anyways, I Google it. This is the first article that comes up. Okay, so HARP stands for High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. Okay, so in this article, it says it's a notice that there will be an upcoming HARP ionospheric test from Alaska the 8th through the 10th of May of 2024. What happened the 8th through the 10th of 2024? We saw auroras as south as Florida. And I was out there taking pictures with everybody else, like, wow, this is like a bucket list. This is crazy. Okay. But we were told that it was because a geomagnetic storm, right? So here's the thing, though. Whenever there is geomagnetic storms, which there is, I'm not denying that, okay? It takes a couple hours up to a day for that to reach Earth, okay? This article was written Friday, May 3rd. 2024. That's when this article was released. So it's 5 days in advance. So it's not like it was coordinated to have this testing during natural auroras. That's not what this is. Okay, so just from some fast facts, okay? Who's funding HARP? This is who's funding them. Back in 2014, the U.S. Air Force notified Congress that it intended to shut down HARP, which was a controversial Alaska-based research facility that studies energetic and active regions of the upper atmosphere. This was 2014. Obviously, they did not shut it down. This is about their instrument. This is where HARP is located. By shooting intense radio beams into the night sky, researchers created a modest neon light show visible from the ground. The process is not well understood, but scientists speculate it could one day be employed to light a city or generate celestial advertisements. Who? The research could improve understanding of the aurora, also help explain how the ionosphere adversely affects radio communications. It's not yet clear if the aurora must already be active before an artificial sky show can be induced. Just keep reading the rest. Several federal agencies, laboratories, universities, all of these countries listed up above, are eager for HAARP's unique resources, which would further spread American influence and leadership. You're gonna note that. So again, back in 2014, when this article was published, they reference that in 2010, Venezuelan leader Hugo Chavez claimed that HAARP, or a program like it, triggered the Haiti earthquake. Now watch. Is it possible to create an artificial earthquake using HAARP? It says it's theoretically possible. There's no evidence that it has been done, though. You can go ahead and read this. So HAARP emits electrical impulses in our ionosphere. The ionosphere is this, okay, and then read down here at the bottom with what it's used for, okay? So if it reflects and modifies radio waves used for communication and navigation, it's also along the same lines of a geomagnetic storm, which we anticipate will down technology. And so this is the only one in the world. Here's what the ionosphere does. This is what happens without an ionosphere. The instrument spans over 33 miles. And back in November is when this article is published by .edu. HAARP artificial air globe may be widely visible in Alaska. Well, now it's visible everywhere. By the way, HAARP's been around since 1993. It was completed in 94. This is the frequency that it emits to create artificial auroras. This article is from 2005. First artificial neon sky show created. These are images from HAARP. It is not yet clear if the aurora must already be active before an artificial sky show can be induced. So this is, and again, such radio-fueled emissions could form the basis of a technology for urban lighting and celestial advertising and more. There is so much information out there about artificial auroras coming from HAARP. This is a picture that I took in my backyard on the 9th when I was oohing and on.
Hey, what y'all think? Because I'll admit, HAARP had me fooled. I initially thought they were real aurora lights, but ended up being a glorified light show. From now on, I'm second guessing all natural disasters. There has been a lot of speculation of Connie's mom passing, but saying her name like this repeatedly at the concert in that tone kind of seems like an intro to a horror movie. Honestly, it was borderline creepy.
Hey, this is a Firm Boy. I hope this don't get me into trouble. I put up a video that talked about food, and well, it got taken down, and then I appealed it, it got put back up, then it got taken down, and so I just took it off. Then I reposted the video and give it a different name, and today it got violated and I got a warning strike, which means the Firm Boy's account could get banned if I make any more mistakes, lacking authenticity. Well, let me show you something here about authenticity, and you guys tell me what you think about this. Can you see those sunflowers? Sunflowers have a thing called heliotropism. They face the sun and curve their face towards the sun every day, all day, every hour to absorb the sun. Can you see there? Yeah, they got their face turned away from the sun here. Now, if you look up over through there, you can see the beans and the corn and all that kind of stuff. And they don't have much choice. It's either grow straight up or fall down. But these sunflowers have a completely different mechanism. And for some reason, they don't like the sun. Now, I don't know what's causing that, but I'm inclined to say that the very people that took down my videos also might be responsible for this. I don't know that to be the truth, and I have no one to point a finger at. But I do know that these sunflowers are not facing the right direction. This is a farm boy. Let me know what you think about that.
Prior to this video, I had no clue sunflowers actually face the sun. I guess hence the name, right? Heliotropism is a natural process, but to me, the mathematics is just not going to work if you're mixing a sunflower's natural behavior with what potentially could be China's fake sun.
So this guy was outside filming during a crazy thunderstorm that they were experiencing, y'all. And look what he saw outside of his house in the sky. Look, we don't know what this is, but it's very interesting. It looks like a gate. It looks like a gateway through something.
I need to go back out and film some more. What the f is going on? There's no way it's water because it would just run down all the way, right? Like, what the?
He said it's not water because it's not moving. Now watch this. I slowed it down, y'all. It gets crazier. Why does it look like there's a face in the sky? Look at that, y'all. It looks like a giant face. Look. Look. And why does the sky look so digital? It's nothing but rain. Why does the sky look so digital? This is a street light. Hold on. It starts to intensify. Look at all these flashes. And it looks like a giant face. Look, y'all see that? Look at the giant face in the sky. Wow. What is going on, y'all? And it looks like a portal, huh? It looks like a doorway in the sky, in the heavens. Could that be the entrance to the New Jerusalem? Like the Golden Gates? Look, it looks like the Golden Gates. The Golden Gates of heaven? Wow. What do y'all think of this? What y'all think? It looks crazy.
At a quick glance, it looks like a bridge, but for all we know, this could be one of Project Bluebeam's sky show.
Pilares de luz, horas antes del terremoto.
The 9 pillars of light were captured on camera, and this is what the government's not showing us. Just take a look at this. So this is the actual footage in Japan of when the 9 pillars of light, but nobody knows what this light coming down from the sky is. What is it? What could this be?
So the 9 pillars of light is a real thing, but nowadays you just can't rule out HAARP's intervention. Alright guys, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. But before you leave, hit the like button, sub up, help me break through this algorithm. I will see you guys in the next one, but until then, peace and love.